If you've never heard of a sales funnel, you don't know what sales funnels are, or you've heard it somewhere and you think it's the ticket to your future to an increase in leads, traffic, and sales, then you are correct, because sales funnels are the most important asset you can build on the internet. Now, websites are dead, and I'm going to explain to you why that's the case, okay? So before kind of getting into all of the mechanics of what sales funnels are and all that other stuff about actually building them, let's take a look at the attention span of a human being. In the year 2000, the average attention span of a human being was 12 seconds. In 2015, the average attention span of a human being was 8 seconds. A goldfish has an average attention span of 9 seconds. Now, what has changed really between 2000 and 2015? Our attention is everywhere, right? We've got these smartphones, we've got social media, we've got all sorts of notifications happening every single place we turn, right? So our attention is constantly being pulled left and right all over the place. You probably heard that attention is the new medium. Those who have attention have money, right? Those are the people who make money. Anyone who could command attention makes money. Take a look at some of the people in social media, right, who are dominating the attention of human beings. People like Dan Bilzerian and Kylie Jenner, who is absolutely crushing it with her makeup company because she has so much attention. The Kardashians are one example, right? Attention is an asset. However, human attention is dwindling. It is dwindling to a point where it's almost non-existent. So that's really, really important to understand. And it's really the fundamental tenet behind why sales funnels are so important and why websites are dead. If you look at a traditional website, right? You come into a traditional website, you come in, there's a logo, there's a banner, there's content, there's news, there's all sorts of stuff, right? Traffic comes in here from Facebook, from YouTube, from Google, from Twitter, from Instagram, everywhere. Now, people are all coming into this website. Where do they go? What do they click on? Human beings have such short attention spans that if you combine our diminishing attention span with the fact that page load speeds are very, very slow, you'll see why people get frustrated very quickly and they end up leaving websites almost instantaneously. And today also you have to understand there's the added medium of mobile. A lot of websites are not working on mobile, or they're frustrating on mobile. They don't look correctly, they don't load properly. So you're losing the attention of a potential customer very quickly, right? There's too many different options on a traditional website. But also, let's take a look briefly at some sales statistics that most people probably don't understand if they're not really in sales. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and then they stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 2%, 3% on the second contact, 5% on the third contact, 10% on the fourth contact, and 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. Think about going to a website for a moment. There is a single point of contact. Now, if you take a look at the sales statistics, only 2% of sales actually occur on that first point of contact. It's really, really important to take a look at this and really understand the numbers and the psychological reasoning of human behavior behind why sales funnels are so important versus an actual website. Here's a sales funnel versus a website. They're about to duke it out. They're duking it out in this lesson here, right? So 80% of sales require 5 follow-up calls after the meeting. 44% of sales reps give up after 1 follow-up. Now that's ridiculous. Let's look at the buying process. So a prospect recognizes that there's a problem, right? He knows that there's a problem, needs recognition, and this is what we also call cold traffic over here. They start to search online to how they can solve this problem of theirs, right? They begin evaluating the alternatives. They shortlist, they make a purchase decision. This is how the sales process goes. If you look at it like this, we start out here with the awareness of the problem, consideration, preference, intent, purchase, loyalty, referral. This is how also when you'll see cold traffic, warm traffic, and hot traffic. Cold, warm, and hot, right? Because we start out as cold traffic. Now it's really important to understand the distinction because you can't really wield sales funnels if you don't know the difference between cold, warm, and hot traffic and how best to speak to each person based on the type of traffic that they are. The important thing about the traffic type is how you communicate with this person, with the cold traffic person, is going to be different of how you communicate with the warm traffic person and the hot traffic person. And so the cold traffic is often the people who are aware of the problem that they're facing facing, but they're not aware of you, nor are they aware of whatever you're selling, right? Products or services or anything. There's a frowning face for the cold traffic, right? Because they have a problem, but they don't really know how to solve it, or they don't know how to communicate about it to themselves even. They don't know how to articulate it. They're definitely not aware of you. They're definitely not aware of the solution or what you're selling. Warm traffic, these are people who, they're aware of the problem, right? They already know you. You've started to develop a relationship with them, but they haven't purchased anything with you. So when you think about it, you think about the warm traffic. These are the people who maybe they opted into your email list. Maybe you've started to communicate with them, and they're warming up to you because you're using the power of story to get them into like a relationship with you, to understand you, to know you, to create a bond with you, right? And this is really, really important. And it's kind of the basis of a sales funnel, right? So warm traffic happens when you use email sequences, for example. They get to know you over the course of several days or several weeks or whatever it is, but that's warm traffic, right? They're developing a bond and they're developing a relationship with you. Hot traffic, you've sold them something, right? I mean, these are people who have taken you up on some offer, whether it's, a very low ticket offer or potentially a larger ticket offer, but hot traffic, these are your buyers, right? And so when we build our funnels, have to segment these people. You want to know, like, okay, who are my leads, who are my buyers, and who are my hyperactive buyers. Hyperactive buyers, those are the people who are taking like the upsells. Those are the people who are, investing in the multi-$1,000 whatever it is that you're selling. That's hot traffic. Obviously, that is the holy grail, getting that hot traffic, getting that buyer traffic. But being able to convert from cold to hot quickly, I mean, that is really the name of the game, right? But think about it like this. Cold traffic becomes warm traffic when they become aware of you and they opt into your email list or whatever it is, right? They download your cheat sheet, your checklist, your ebook, something like that. And so they become warm traffic here and they start to consider whatever solution that you're providing. They become hot traffic when they buy. Cold traffic comes in here, they become warm traffic and then hot traffic. And so how we look at the sales funnel, how we structure and how we communicate is all based on this foundational understanding. So I'm gonna show you just a brief image and how you can look at, say, cold traffic, warm traffic, and hot traffic. Whatever comes in, like whatever free content you push out there, whatever, that's cold traffic, right? The cool thing is you can retarget those people that visit you. They might grab a lead magnet or whatever. And the warm traffic, you present the tripwire offer. Usually to get warm traffic to become hot traffic, you got to offer them something low ticket. You want to have an irresistible offer here. The goal is really to get them from here to here, right? You want to get them buying something. So here's how a sales funnel looks. Traffic comes in here, right? We give them some sort of little freebie here and they become a lead. They're prospects, right? We begin communicating with them. Cold to warm traffic, right? We start that follow-up process one after another, and this is through an email sequence. We deliver value, we follow up, we tell stories, and then the prospects become customers and clients, and we ascend those customers and clients up what we'll call a value ladder, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So that's pretty much what a sales funnel is. That's why it's so important, because we're building and developing a relationship with the prospect. The sale is not happening right away. Too many people complain about the fact that the sale is not happening immediately. It takes time. You have to understand that. And so the value ladder is basically the route that you're going to ascend somebody up from cold, which is over here, to hot. In order to convert them into warm traffic, we got to give them some sort of bait, right? A low ticket front end offer. That's probably the reason why, you see, and you've always, if you've ever wondered about it, you always see these things like free cheat sheet, just drop your email address, free ebook, free video series, 4-part video series, whatever it is, right? You see all of these front end offers and they're free. And that's the reason why, right? They want to bring you into their sales funnel, into their ecosystem, because it's right here when you give the bait, is that's when they become the warm traffic. And that's literally what you want, right? You want to be able to start communicating with them in order to bring them in and, start selling them stuff, right? Warm traffic into hot traffic, into hyperactive buyers, right? People who continue to buy. And this is kind of a visual representation of what the value ladder looks like. As you go up the value ladder, as you ascend up, it gets more and more expensive. Up here are mentorships, they are masterminds, and all the other really expensive stuff, the done for you services. And this can range anywhere from literally from $1,000 all the way up to $100,000 and more. So it really all depends on what you're selling. Now, you have to actually use your sales funnel to get the people in the door. And so this is where the cold traffic comes in, and you want to be able to convert them, right? As we saw over here, the cold traffic comes in, you want to be able to convert them to warm traffic. And so in order to convert them to warm traffic, we got to give them some sort of bait. That's really the start of a sales funnel. And I want to show you this because this is a real world example of bait. Now, if you've ever gone to a shopping mall in the United States, okay, I don't know about in other countries, I don't know if they do this or not, but maybe they do in some countries. But in the United States, in the shopping malls, you see these chairs, right? These chairs are like people getting massages, and you wonder, like, who actually gets a massage in the shopping mall? It is not an easy sell, of course, and what you often see them offering is a 5-minute free massage. That's their bait. That's their freebie. This is not a sales funnel, obviously, right? But it's just an example of being able to convert cold traffic. Cold traffic are the people who are walking by this way and that way, and they are offering them some bait, like, hey, grab your free 5-minute massage. So what happens during a 5-minute massage, right? They get into the chair, they settle in, and they start to get this like incredible massage, and by the time the 5 minutes are up, they're like, keep going, I don't care what it costs. They don't say that, but kind of get my point, right? And so in the digital world, you probably see this all the time. Free dental cleaning, right? Dentists offer this all the time. They give you a free dental cleaning just to get you in the door. They just want you to come in and sit in the chair and get you into a selling environment. People always do this for free. I mean, you'll see this in almost every single type of service there is to be able to offer, right? There's always a freebie to get you in the door. So dentists usually will use a free dental cleaning to get you in the door, dental consultation, different things, like whatever you want to call it. You see these all the time. And now optometrists as well will do this. Really, it's just an excuse to be able to offer something free to get them into the sales funnel, right? This is a real world sales funnel. Like for them, the sales funnel happens because the person is in front of you. You can communicate directly. When you have them in a selling environment, you're giving them something for free. You're providing them some value. And when you provide value to people, there's this concept called reciprocity. Reciprocity is basically when people feel indebted to you. Here's another one. This is from a chiropractor. It's like new patients receive a free consultation exam. Some chiropractors offer stuff like free massages, right? Because chiropractors do massages as well, just to get people in the door. So I want to also show you this value ladder for a dentist, right? You might be like, oh, free teeth cleaning, but what does that mean? So they might have to lose a bit of money here, right, in the free teeth cleaning by offering it for free. But then when they get you in the chair, they're like, oh, by the way, we offer whitening as well. And you're like, okay, that sounds great. You've given me some value. I'll take the whitening. Or retainer, cosmetic surgery, and then monthly checkups, right, every 6 months. And so here's their continuity program. And this looks similar for many of the different service providers, right? Chiropractors, it's the same thing. They have these monthly or, bi-monthly, whatever it is, checkups. And they call them adjustments, right? So the chiropractor, it's a little bit different. Of course, these are adjustments, and then they offer, larger scale type of, products and services as well. So kind of ascends you up their value ladder. This value ladder concept is really important when it comes to sales funnels because we are going to implement value ladders for you, for your business. Understand that this is based on the concept of reciprocity. It's a very, very important concept to understand reciprocity, but also building a relationship with the prospect by using the power of stories.